Part 1 recap.
You know what I mean? To do whatever you wanted to do.
Exactly. Come a time where, first I'm just hanging out with friends. You know what I'm saying? Or on the fly playing that turned San Pedro as a whole, for real. That was almost like that was the thing that made San Pedro gave San Pedro a reputation for black and Mexican beef. You know what I'm saying? It really, and let me say this, I want to say this, I want every damn. You know
and at this time, you're 20 years old.
I'm 20 years old. I'm 20 years old when I first go to jail. When they actually give me the 10, I get sentenced. They send me back to court. You don't go to court in the feds unless you finna go get some more time. So my 10 turned into 20. His 17, he had 17. His 17 turned into 25. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? They had some shit going on, and I'm right with it. You know what I'm saying? So I get in trouble. I got in trouble for trying to get some money. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no physical shit. I got in trouble. I was trying to get some money the wrong way. So bam.
Part 2 Ghost Interview.
Straight?
So we start.
Yep.
Okay, so my Nathaniel partner, he done went to the hole. They finna transfer him. So now I'm on the yard doing whatever it is I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my time. You know what I mean? Bam. I get caught doing some shit, trying to get some money. They send me to the hole. I said, ain't this? I've been getting in trouble, like I said. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this prison, so they tired of my shit. So now they finna transfer me. At this time, they sending everybody with 100, everybody with serious write-ups, well, whatever they consider serious, everybody with serious write-ups, they're sending them to what's called the SMOO program, Security Management Unit. It's basically the hole for 18 months. You know what I'm saying? So bam, I'm one of the ones that get caught with that shit, get caught up in that shit. They send me, I leave Florida, now they send me to Pennsylvania to the SMOO program. Now I'm in the hole. Now I'm on this program for 18 months. So that's 5 months sitting in the hole waiting for him to come. 5 months sitting in the hole, and then just to get there from the prison I was at to the program, I got to sit in like 2 more holes. Long story short, I did 2 years straight in the hole. Damn, 2 years plus.
Can you elaborate a little bit about the hole? Like, can you give the people a little bit of what your day consists of in the hole?
Okay, the hole itself is basically jail inside of jail. You know what I'm saying? You get in trouble, now they send you to a cell. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got a cell you live in, but you can come out in the morning, you can go about the prison and do whatever you want. Now, you stuck in this cell for 23 hours out of the day. You get an hour of rec time if you choose to go. You know what I'm saying? But now you're stuck in this cell. It's a secluded part of the prison where it's basically jail inside of jail. You know what I mean? So what my days consisted of in the whole same shit, working out. Okay, yeah, not the same shit, but I worked out every day. Go outside, go talk shit, might play some handball. You're gonna work out and you're gonna read in the whole. Or if you got a good celly, y'all gonna tell war stories. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I remember one time I did this, that, and the third, and then y'all going back and forth, and you know what I mean? Y'all might have had sex with some of the same women if he from your area, like, oh, is that? Yeah, I know that bit. All that old kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but you stuck in the city, you stuck in there. You know what I'm saying? They feed you 3 times a day. They gonna come in. They control the on and up the switch on the light. So it might be 5:30 in the morning. They come and they turn on the light. Probably bright as a motherfucker to where you gonna get up. You ain't no sleeping through that unless you got a way to cover the light. It's basically torturous punishment. You know what I'm saying? You can't use the phone but once a week.
You were already in here because you fucked up, but you fucked up in here, so we got to make your life living.
A little worse, a lot worse, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You get 15 minutes a month. You might get 30 minutes a month of phone time. You know what I'm saying? The hole ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? You better hope you got some good books or a good celly because people back there, they go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck the bullshit. You gotta hope that you have that mindset to survive it.
The mental
absolutely. No lie. 18 months and
18 months over
you have books and an hour of time.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's yeah.
And at this time, you're still what? you're 24
I might have been 24 at the time.
as a young man. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what you dealing with.
That's what I'm dealing
No
with
way.
at the time.
I would have been out of the count, bro. There's no way.
Now, this is my second time being in the hole because when I got in trouble at Victorville, they sent me to the hole then. I sat in the hole 8 months before they transferred me to
So this isn't
to
your
Florida.
first time in the hole.
This ain't my first.
Yeah.
Hell, damn sure with my So, bam, I'm in the hole, and you know, I adapted that 8 months. So now it's like it's almost the same thing. I just got to sit here a little longer. And of course, I'm mad. Like, damn, they could have sent me to the school. You know, you in jail. You rationalize everything. Man, I ain't do shit because look, man. Oh, you know, you got the legal beagles that's telling you, no, you can beat it if you do. All everybody's a lawyer in prison, telling you how and why you can beat your shot. And my stupid ass believed them. So, you know, whatever. None of that shit didn't work. Nigga, take your black ass to the hole. You know what I mean? So, bam. I'm in the SMOO program. I'm doing 18 months. Now, I'm still restricted. I can't go to commissary. I can go to commissary, but all I can buy every 2 weeks is 5 Snickers, bag of peanuts about this big, a bag of coffee, and maybe a sausage. You know what I'm saying? So nothing. And then they feeding you terrible. You know what I'm saying? So you know, now I'm in the SMOO, but they let you get magazines and books. So that's what's better. You know what I mean? So at this time, you know, my mom and my family, my mom and my sister, shout out to them because
shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to my mom, my sister, and my brother because they if I didn't think, I knew they loved me. Let me say that first. But if I didn't think they loved me, this is the time where they proved it. Like my whole time in the league, you know what I'm saying? Because they was there consistently the whole time, you know what I'm saying? So I called my sister or my mom and tell her, hey, I want this book. That should be there in a week, you know what I'm saying? And that went on my whole bid, you know what I'm saying? My sister, my mom, or my brother. So shout out to them, I love them. So in the SMOO program, you could get books. So I'm getting books in. You know, I might have heard about this dude. A specific, somebody might have told me about a book. I get it, I read it. You know what I mean? Now let me go back a little bit. In my household, like I said, my mom was a student. You know what I'm saying? She went to school. We had encyclopedias in the house. We had a dictionary. We had all that. You know what I mean? And it was common in my house where if I say, hey, what do whatever the word is, what do that mean? Ain't nobody gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna straight up.
Go look that shit up.
None of us are gonna tell each other, oh, it means this, that, and that. No, go look that shit up. You know what I'm saying?
I know what it means.
Yeah, straight up. So in school, I wasn't the best student. I'm gonna say that first, but I've always had a desire and a knack for learning. You know what I'm saying? That's always been me. You know, some people might call me a dummy, but it ain't many people.
But there's a lot of people that aren't book smart. Like it's different than being smart and being book smart.
Absolutely. Now, like I said, this is, you know, somebody might say, hey, Ghost is a dummy. There's not too many people that's gonna say, I'm an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to sound arrogant or none of that, but I come from a household where we had encyclopedias and we read them and we watched Jeopardy. We might have been, I don't know, because I wasn't in everybody's house in the projects, but I like to say we might have been the only family in the projects that watched Jeopardy. Because it's been said that somebody that came over there and said, man, I don't know, nobody watched Jeopardy. We watched Jeopardy and Price is Right. You know what I'm saying? In my household. We read the encyclopedia or
if you didn't watch The Price is Right growing up, bro.
I said The Price is Right, but I meant Wheel of Fortune. We definitely watched Price is Right too.
Wheel of Fortune was good too.
You know what I mean? So
couldn't be wrong.
This is shit that, you know, this is shit that made me who I am. Like, so I didn't mind reading. Before I went to prison, I hadn't read a book, but my love for learning or whatever it was, I'm willing to read books because there's nothing else to do. So now I'm reading. You know what I'm saying? Reading, that's a passion of mine now. But so bam, I'm in the SMOO program. Let's get back to that. I'm in the SMOO program and my people sending me books. You know what I'm saying? I studied Spanish. I ain't fluent in Spanish, but if you drop me off in any Spanish-speaking country, I know how to say anything I need to say. I can get my message across for sure. I ain't fluent. Nah,
Yeah.
I ain't finna lie and say that. But I know enough words to get me where I need to be. So, like I said, I'm reading. I'm studying Spanish, and working out. You go outside and get your hour of rec time. This is basically what consisted of the smooth. You know what I'm saying? But the only difference is these police is trained because everybody here is everybody in the federal prison system that is fucked up. So these police, they not playing.
Yeah.
As soon as you show any sign of resistance, they gonna hit you with that. They got a paintball gun, but they got pepper balls in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's their answer. They not finna wrestle with you with none of that. You outside in a cage or you in your cell, they gonna, hey, cuff up. No, you play tough. Okay, cool. They gonna hit you with that paintball gun and you gonna cuff up. So luckily, I never went through that, but I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? What? Yeah, you gonna pepper balls and they gonna shoot you wherever they see fit, whether it's in the face, the ass, the chest. They gonna bust on you and that shit burn and it hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, luckily I've never been hit with that shit, but I've seen the toughest of men bow down to that motherfucking paintball gun.
Yeah.
So this is the smooth, you know what I'm saying? The police is trained a little different, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in there, I'm doing my time in the smooth, I'm reading my books, I'm working out. You know, I had a celly that was cool, you know what I'm saying? We had a workout competition, we'll be doing push-ups until exhaustion because he don't want to quit, I don't want to quit. So and he was sharp, so that's a healthy, that's one thing that keep my mind sharp. I'm reading, I got somebody that we got the same goal. We're trying to get out to smooth. Because let me say this, if you fuck up in the smooth, your 18 months start over. It was people that was there. And listen, it was people that was there in an 18-month program for 5 years. I'm no bullshit. They stuck here for 5. They stuck in the hole. I know people that did more time in the hole than 5 years, but they stuck in this program for 5 years. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to get out that motherfucker. Just know if you fuck up, it's gonna start over. Okay, cool. So how I kept my mind strong in that situation, reading books. I had a couple good cellies, because you don't keep the same celly the whole time. I had a couple good cellies that was they wasn't dummies. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. So because in a situation like that, if your celly acts stupid and you don't want to, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter that you don't want to because the police is coming in here and they're going to treat you like you treat him. So you might as well just be with the shit. But luckily I had cellies that wasn't on that. They was chilling. They trying to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, and having those type of cellies is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, long story short, boom, I did 18 months. Really like over 2 years of whole time. You know what I'm saying? But I did 18 months in the program and now they send me, I leave the program and they send me to Louisiana, Pollock, Louisiana. The nickname for Pollock is Bloody Pollock. You know what I'm saying? That's the nickname. There's 2 prisons they put the bloody in front of. Bloody Beaumont and Bloody Pollock. So I went from, and now let me give you a little bit, let's recap just a little bit. I went from Victorville to Florida, from Florida to Pennsylvania, from Pennsylvania, now I'm in Louisiana, Pollock. And Pollock was a different animal. Florida was, you know, it was laid back, but it was serious. Mm-hmm. But Pollock was prison. That shit was Shawshank Redemption or some shit. That shit.
Yeah. The Green Mile?
Something like that. That shit, I bullshit you not. When you in Pollock, the warden, I swear to God, the warden told us, he said, hey, this is Pollock. I'm sure you heard the stories. I would advise, this is in R&D before we actually hit the yard. You know what I'm saying? This is in the R&D is receiving and discharging. So they receiving us. We're going into the prison. The warden told us, I would advise all you guys to get you a knife. This is the warden. He said, I got this in the beginning. I got 2 pieces of advice. When you get out there, get you a knife because everybody out there got one. And if you're not right, I suggest you don't even go out there because they already know you coming and they'll probably kill you. This is the warden telling us this shit. He said, all I ask, don't put your hands on my staff. Other than that, This is y'all's prison. Do what the fuck you want. This is the, I swear to God, this is the warden of the fucking prison telling us this.
That shit's like,
Bro, that's
it's
like,
like,
bro, that's really some shit out of a movie
Nah,
that
nah.
you would see.
it's beyond that. Like, you really in this. It's at this point, it's a new game.
At this time, this is 2013 of August.
So you
I had
went
been
from
down
one
about 8
game to
years.
another game to an even bigger game.
Absolutely.
He went
Level up.
minor league, G League, now he's in the pros.
I would say so. I'm 28 at the time. You know what I'm saying? I done been gone 8 years. Keep in mind, in 2013, my original out date was, this is August 2013. My original out date was October 2013. I said, ain't this a bitch?
And you still got 10.
And I still, not necessarily.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, because I got out in 2023. And I still got 10 more. God damn. But, so bam, the warden tells us this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, I got a little bit of prison experience under my belt. So I'm not necessarily, I ain't scared, none of that, but I'm definitely like, okay, this is what they've been talking about. And now I got to face this shit. So bam, the warden tells us that. Now, when you leave R&D, you go out, as soon as you go out the door, you go through a little hallway, and it's another door. So when you go out that door, the yard is right there. You know what I'm saying? So bam, you go out that door, and the yard is right there. Now, keep in mind that all the windows to the cells is facing the yard. So people is in their window, they see, who's coming. But they had a thing at Pollock. Every bus that came, people go in their cell. If you in the unit, you go in the cell and you beat on the window. So imagine you got 1,000 cells, 500, however many cells it is, facing this yard, and they loud as a motherfucker, echoing. If your heart ain't right, I've seen plenty of people, they get all the way to that point, they get their speech from the warden, all the shit, and now they finna leave. They got their bedroll, they finna go to the yard. They hear that, because that shit can be intimidating if your heart ain't right. So I've seen people come, they hear that beating on the window, they hear it, and they turn right around and decide to PC up. I've seen that counting every bus, it's at least one. I ain't bullshitting, every bus is at least one. Because it's intimidating. They heard the stories too. This is Bloody Pollock, where you might die. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You got to keep this
They
in
might
mind.
have just heard that story on the way in.
Yeah, if you ain't never heard, and some people is coming from straight from the streets or from the county jail fighting their case to Bloody Pollock. You know what I'm saying? So I get there, I hear the beating, like, what the fuck? Long story short, my Northaniel partner I keep speaking of, he goes from, we go from Victorville to Coleman. He goes to the hole, they send him to the school, they send me to the school. I don't see him in the school, but I know he's here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Bam. He go to the hole a little bit before me, so he get out the school a little bit before me. And I'm like, man, where this dude at? You know what I'm saying? But in a sense, I'm relieved because, this is my boy, but I keep getting in trouble for this nigga. You know what I'm saying? This is my boy. I love him to death, but I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Finally, they got rid of this nigga. I'm at Pollock, I come through, I hear all the beating on the window. I'm like, cuz, this shit vicious. You know what I'm saying? It's intimidating. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, my heart ain't gonna allow me. I'm locked in.
You
You know what
locked
I'm
in.
saying? My honor and heart is not going to allow me to do nothing other than some honorable shit. So I keep going. I know I ain't no rat. I know I ain't running from nobody. So there ain't no reason for me to be scared. You know what I'm saying? Boom. I go. Now, people is already looking out the window, and I've been in prison 8 years at this time, so I know it's somebody here I know. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't know who it is. You know what I'm saying? So I know somebody. I've been down long enough where every yard I go to, I'm going to know somebody. You know what I mean? So bam, I go to my unit. So they give you a card, tell you what bed you're going to sleep in. Right at the front door, who is it? My Northaniel partner. I swear to God.
He's like,
damn. I'm like, man, ain't this a bitch? You know what I'm saying? He go, matter of fact, this how much the Northaniels fucked with me. They had a care package for Northaniels when they come. I get there, they give it to me. Here, Ghost. You know what I'm saying? Here, this for you. You know what I'm saying? And it says a lot. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot. 'Cause ain't nobody obligated except your homies to give you the bare essentials.
But you had already.
This is more than the bare essentials. You know what I'm saying?
They hooked you up.
They hooked me up. You know what I'm saying? I got a sweatsuit. I got some brand new shoes. I got coffee. I got everything I need. Radio. I got it all. You know, I already got it in my property, but I got it right now from them. And then the homies match that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got another care package. Long story short, now me and this dude have been across the country, literally. California, coast to coast. Literally, we done been to 4 prisons together. So, bam, I walk in the door, this motherfucker right here. I'm like, ain't this a bitch? That's my nigga though. What's up? You know, all that. Yeah, he, the homies is looking, they see like, damn, who is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? But he been telling these niggas, like, yeah, your homie Ghost, that's my nigga, that's, whatever he telling them. You know what I'm saying? So they know, okay, this must be Ghost. You know what I mean? So I get there, and at this time I done developed some kind of reputation, whatever it is. You know what I mean? I'm enough to know motherfuckers know I'm solid. You know what I'm saying? My name is rung around the system enough to know, oh yeah, Ghost, he's solid. You know what I'm saying? I see my Northaniel partner, we back at it doing whatever it is we doing. My property come. I try to give the homies my paperwork. And this is me patting myself on the back, you know what I'm saying? And not being arrogant, but I try to give the homies my paperwork. They, nigga, we know who you is. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see that, nigga. We know. You know, all right, for sure, whatever. So they ain't even want to see it because they know what's going on. Like, man, that's Ghost. You straight. You know what I'm saying?
They already know they're dealing with all pro.
Exactly. They already know. You know what I mean? So that's, that was that was like, damn, like, that's when I realized, like, damn, motherfuckers really respect my name. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because some of these dudes never seen me. They only heard whatever they heard. You know what I'm saying? So, bam, I try to show my paperwork. They don't even want to see it because they already know. I'm like, all right, for sure. You know what I mean? I hold it together. And inside, I'm like, ooh, I'm a real prisoner.
I got 5 stars.
Yeah, so, long story short, like, yeah, so I'm there. Me and my Northaniel partner, we, like I said, we're not only at the same prison, we're in the same unit.
Oh, shit.
We're in the same unit. Like, man, what the fuck? He sleeps downstairs, I sleep upstairs, but it's like, it's my boy. You know what I'm saying? At this point, this is the only motherfucking prison I trust, besides my co-defendant. You know what I'm saying? Who they won't even let us be around each other, me and my co-defendant. You stay over there and he stay over here because for whatever reason, they don't want me and my original co-defendant, that's from San Pedro, they don't even want us around each other. They don't want me around none of my co-defendants. They don't want him around none. So my co-defendant, I didn't see him probably not even probably. From the time I left my original court, I hadn't seen him. You know what I'm saying? So at this stage, in Pollock, I've been down 8 years. This Northaniel dude this is the only one I trust with my life. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I know don't nobody here love me. You know, why would you? You might respect me, but ain't no love right here. You know what I'm saying? So this dude right here, he done showed me countless times. We done been in shit together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We done been.
Keep getting in trouble.
We keep getting in trouble, and he's performing how you would want your friend to perform, and me too. You know what I'm saying?
It was like Shaq and Kobe in prison.
Motherfucker, it's crazy. And I ain't never heard it put like that. But yeah, that type of shit. So his homies respect and love him like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. So now we there together. We find a way. We getting it cracking. You know what I mean? Being honest, whatever we doing, we doing it. You know what I mean? And let me see. So we in the prison. Luckily, I went to the hole at Pollock a few times, but I never got caught doing nothing, you know what I'm saying, nothing bad. You know what I mean? Luckily. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing or it's lucky or whatever you call that shit, or maybe I'm smart. I don't fucking know. Yeah. But luckily we didn't. But we doing whatever it is we doing around the prison. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we together. So I did probably 3 or 4 more years right there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people dying. You know what I'm saying? People owing money, going to the hole, checking in because they know if they don't pay, they're going to end up getting killed or stabbed or something. And the answer to everything when it's a problem, you know, you got miserable motherfuckers there that they got 40, 50 years life sentences that and they answered everything. And man, shit, you should have stabbed him. You should have stabbed him. So at this stage of the game, I'm understanding. I got 8 years in, but I'm understanding like, okay, I don't got 20 years no more.
Yeah.
I'm going home eventually, as long as I can be sharp enough to move through the cracks. And luckily, yeah, you have fights and shit, but it's nothing. That fight ain't nothing because you can get away with a fight. That's easy. But luckily, whatever foolishness I've been involved in up until this time, the homies know that he ain't ducking no wreck. He just chilling. He just, you know what I'm saying? They know that. So they ain't tripping on me. They got, motherfuckers got their eyes on all these people that ain't never, that just came to jail and they, you know, I'm respected enough to where I ain't got to do too much. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to do
They're
too
more
much.
worried about the rookies.
They more worried about the rookies. Who are you? Who sent you? Why are you? Oh, you know, they more worried about them than me. I'm a young dude, so I'm 28, 29 years old, but they're not worried about me. They know whoever I am, they know who I am, and they're respected, and I'm cool. So I did like 3 or 4 years at Pollock. You know what I'm saying? Me and my partner, we getting into everything, all kind of shit. All kind of shit. Pollock had everything you could think of happens in prison. It happened at Pollock. You know what I'm saying? Let me say that. To somebody at some time, Pollock was a hell of a prison. Google it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Google that.
yeah.
Google Pollock, Louisiana Federal Prison, USP. It's crazy. You know what I mean? I told you the warden told us to get us a knife.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
you're talking about fights. I'm like, just, I mean, that can't be shit. Because
Nah,
he already told you this is your guys' prison. Do what the fuck you want. Just don't touch my.
Fights recreational.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The first time
Just
I got maced.
don't touch my people.
Listen, the first time I got maced was in Pollock. You know what I'm saying? Worst experience of one of the worst. That shit hot. I had this much snot hanging out my nose. That shit burning.
I've been maced. It's like your eyes are bleeding. Like
something like that. Something like that. You watch that shit out, your shit still burning.
feels
Man,
like you
what
crying.
the fuck?
Like,
That shit
like,
is crazy.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Somebody owes some money. Somebody owed somebody some money. And now the shit falling. Now he in the unit with me. It ain't nothing but 4 of us in the unit. So yeah, we gotta handle it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we could have waited and all that. Fuck all that. We finna get rid of this thing. Whatever. So bam, we get on. Police come, they mace us. Fuck me up, you know what I'm saying? But that's only one of the few times I went to the hole in Pollock. You know what I mean? So bam. So now I'm in my head though. At this stage of my prison bid, I have no vision of, I know I'm going home, but in my head, this is just me being honest. I'm gonna do the same shit that I did before I left, which is the dumbest thing ever. I'm gonna be honest. I was smarter, but in my head, I felt like I just learned, shit, I'm smarter now. I know I could get away because I know how to.
Yeah.
This is what I was thinking at the time. And I was dead serious about it. Shit. So, bam, I leave Pollock. Me and my nigga, we still getting in trouble, whatever. But he stay at Pollock. I'm like, hey, bro, this is the time where I think I spoke on it before, where you know, as men, we have a choice. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to be what they say. We don't have to necessarily be a product of our environment. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to just be a foolish prisoner, whatever that may be. I don't have to be. I could be more than that. So I tell one of Nathaniel, this is a hard decision though, because in his mind, he knows I'm all he got. Because I got his back. Yeah, he got his homies. I got my homies. Whatever. But we trust each other absolutely. But I tell him, hey, bro, I'm out of here. I've seen my mama one time in 10 years. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm gone. He like, what the, he ain't got no understanding for that. But my journey is my journey. You know what I mean? I gotta go. I'm going. I got points. I done stayed out the way long enough to where my maximum security points done dropped to medium points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm finna go to a medium. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get out of jail, even though USP, because your mind is different than USP. You know what I mean? In the USP, that's like I say, that's the maximum security. Your mind is different. You know what I'm saying? Because around everybody has a knife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look what the warden just told me.
Even if the dude don't got the heart to use the knife, his homies gonna make him, or they gonna put the knife in him. You know what I'm saying? I seen somebody. Yeah, Pollock is crazy, straight up. So I tell my boy like, hey, bro, I'm out of here. I can go, I'm leaving. I advise you do the same shit. He don't want to leave, whatever. Cool. I'm gone though. You know what I'm saying? I'm man enough, nigga, I'm finna do me. I got to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've been in trouble. At this time, I had been down 12 years. By the time I leave Polo, I had been down 12 years. So I'm like, hey, bro, yeah, I'm gone. I'm finna go to the West. You know what I'm saying? I got medium points. I ain't seen my mama in 8 to 10 years. I seen her one time in 8 to 10 years. I'm gone, bro. I ain't seen her because I keep getting in trouble. And when you get in trouble, they take your visits. You know what I'm saying? She came to Florida one time, but I keep getting in trouble. So now I ain't got no visits. I'm bouncing all over the fucking country like a madman. So I'm like, hey, bro, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, keep in mind at this time at Pollock, my cousin AJ, he got killed. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'm missing my family. My little cousin got killed. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Hell, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? And what was the deciding factor? The homies had busted on the police, had stabbed up the police, that type of shit. And that's a different level from what I done did. These dudes got life. They done bust on the police. They lock us down. During this lockdown, I say, you know what? This shit finna get worse. I'm gone. I can go. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I got the points to go. I'm going. Boom, I leave.
Makes sense.
It makes sense. I go to Lompoc. Lompoc is in it's like Santa Barbara. It's in California. It's by Santa Barbara. I go to Lompoc. So I get there. I'm probably there about a week. I'm walking down the hall one day. At this time, I ain't even got no GED. Been down 12 years, ain't got no GED. Ain't got no GED. That's pure stupidity. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, what the fuck, nigga? What you was doing in that motherfucker?
You
Getting
reading
tattoos and
reading
getting
all these books.
Reading all these
Could've
books,
been
but
done that.
you didn't get nothing for it.
Exactly. I'm reading books. I'm doing burpees and push-ups and shit and getting tattoos, whatever the fuck I'm doing, and acting a damn fool, essentially. But I ain't got no GED, so I tell myself, like, I'm gonna get my GED, man. I can't get out of jail, I ain't got no GED. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling myself. Like, man, I'm gonna look like a cold weirdo. Like, man, you did 18 years and ain't get no GED. What the fuck you was on? So bam.
What were you doing?
Yeah, you wasn't doing nothing. You know what I mean? So bam. I go to education to sign up to get my GED. I'm walking back. I see a dude that I was at Victorville with 10 years before. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking, he walking. We lock eyes. Like, man, what the fuck? You know, this good dude. This is another dude that helped. This dude was a little bit older than me. Sharp as a motherfucker. This dude was a little bit older. This is another person that helped, I'm gonna say helped mold my mind to where it is today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I always, you know, like I said, I always wanted to learn and was a thinker, and I wasn't no complete dummy. You know what I'm saying? I just did a lot of dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker, this dude, he put everything in perspective. And keep in mind, this dude is a blood. So I keep fucking with people that ain't necessarily, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Was that one of the homies that?
Yup. Exactly. So I see him, he see me, it's like, oh shit, what the fuck, you know? And he like, man, what's up with you? I tell him, like, man, shit, you already know, man. I just got here. I'm trying to figure it out. He said, oh, okay, for sure. Now, this dude wasn't no model citizen in prison either, but he was older than me, so he was more mature than me. So this dude had been studying business and real estate, and you know, he got with somebody else that was, you know, that was really doing business and real estate, and they giving him the game. So he say something to me, like, oh yeah, you know, I teach a real estate class. What? Fuck out of here. Nigga, you's a gangbanger. Is that right? Is that right? Okay. Sure. You know what I mean?
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Fuck out of here. You teach real estate. You sell rocks. You know what I mean? But so bam, he tell me like, yeah, come through, come fuck with me. Matter of fact, we finna start a new one in 2 weeks. I'm like, all right, for sure, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna go, but then, you know, in my head, I'm like, man, shit, this thing fake. But I go, and whether he did it or not on the streets, to me, it didn't matter. He could explain what the fuck he was teaching, and that says a lot. If you can explain it, that means you really know it. You know what I'm saying? That he don't got no practical knowledge because he ain't had a chance to apply it yet. Mm-hmm. But this dude, book smart, he was book smart.
He could definitely teach you.
He could quote some shit, and he could talk to people that say they did real estate, and he could lie, like, oh yeah, I was a real estate agent out there. These are people that did real estate, and he talking back and forth, and they be like, oh yeah, you're right, because of this, that, and the third. And he knew his shit, you know what I'm saying? And I hadn't seen this dude in 10 years, but he knew his shit. So he you know, this is my boy. He know, like, man, that's Ghost. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loved Ghost. Because Ghost was a young fool at a time. He was with the shit. And, you know, this dude, you know what I'm saying? He took a real liking to me, and he gave me all kind of game. You know what I'm saying? And so this is my last 6 or 7 years. You know, I read books and shit, but I wasn't on shit before that.
Yeah.
This dude, you know, hey, look, buy this book. Hey, buy that book. And my last 6 or 7 years, I was studying real estate, and business. Now, like I said, I don't got no practical knowledge of this shit, but that gave me a vision of what my life could be outside of what I told you I was going to get out and do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it allowed me to, I'm gonna say, just dream a little bigger, because my dreams was not, it wasn't a dream at all. It was just a nightmare waiting to happen.
That's what prison's meant to do.
Yeah.
It's meant to do that.
And mentally, I was a victim of that until I came across this dude right here, who I met him 10 years. I met him 10 years prior. You know what I'm saying? But shit, he had a fresh dub, so man, shit, fuck these people. He on the same shit I'm on. He just a little bit older than me. But luckily, he get around somebody that. And I was blessed, lucky. The universe ordered it, or however you look at it, whatever your religious beliefs, however you look at it. He took a liking to me, and he gave me a vision of what could be. You know what I'm saying?
The whole script of what you were thinking before you came home.
He flipped the whole script. He flipped the whole script of my plan. I told you my plan was to get out and basically do what I did with a little more force. And that shit ain't cool, but that's where I was at mentally. I'm just being honest with my friends. You know what I'm saying? So bam, he gave me a vision. Like, hey, look, check this out. Man, shit. Nigga, you got your homies that y'all out there dying for that shit. Y'all don't own none of that shit. Damn. We out here dying and going to jail, defending these borders and shit. Whatever these fake borders we done made in our head.
And we don't own none of the
Nobody
landscape.
owns shit. You know what I'm saying? Or if your grandma owns some shit and she passed away, your family sold that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So now, in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start me a business. What business? I had already been telling myself, fuck it, I'm gonna drive a truck. I'm gonna go truck drive. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be how I keep the PO off my ass. I'm gonna just drive a truck. So now it goes from just driving the truck. Now I want a trucking company. You know what I'm saying? Because of this dude's vision. I want a trucking company, and I'm gonna allow my trucking company to buy me some real estate. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to me.
Now,
Because you already have all the knowledge from what
exactly.
he taught you.
He called it, my nigga called it, he said, yeah, nigga, I'm finna go get me a phone and a baby. Now, if you a street nigga, that sound like you finna go sell some dope. Nah, he talking about he finna go buy him a fourplex, a 4-unit apartment complex, and the baby is the truck. Hello. Give me a phone and a baby. So
Come on now.
you feel me? So
I can dig that.
So in my head, I'm like, shit, I'm finna go get me a phone and a baby too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm finna go get me a bird. And so basically, what I'm saying, I'm about to go start a trucking company and go try to own some real estate. Even if it ain't in I would love for it to be in San Pedro. But even if it ain't in San Pedro,
you still
shit, I'm finna go. That's where I want to put my name on something before I go. You know what I mean? And not just amongst criminals. You know what I'm saying? I want, you know what I mean? Not that I don't have nothing to prove to nobody, but I want to own some shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to own. I ain't never owned nothing. You know what I'm saying? I want to own some shit and be a producer instead of a consumer. You know what I'm saying? So bam, he ended up, and the dude had 20 years. He was fighting this case in court, and he had probably whatever I had left, he had left. He probably had like 6 or 7 years left. So I'm with this dude about 2 more years at at Lompoc, excuse me. I'm with him 2 more years, and he got his case in the courts, and he give back like 5 or 6 years. So he leave. His 20 turned into 13 or something, or 14, whatever the fuck it was. He go home. You know what I'm saying? He go home early. So now I'm mature enough to where, okay, I'm gonna call him an influencer. He left, he gone, he free. But so now I got all these books. I got to make sure I stay on my square. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I got by the time he leave, I got my GED. I got my GED, and I'm half-ass proud of myself. I tell
you
my
should
mom,
be.
you know what I'm saying? I tell my mom, like, yeah, mom, I got my GED. Yeah, right. Send it to me. You know what I'm saying?
That's what she was on.
Send it. I want to see the original.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Run that.
Nigga, I know you, basically. You know what I'm saying? Send that shit. So I said, all right, for sure. Cool. You know what I mean? What happened? So yeah, she like, cool. So long story short, I get my GED. I read these real estate books. My boy giving me all this game. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm kind of short. And he leave. He ain't teaching a real estate class no more. So now he gave me enough game and enough confidence now at Lollipop. I end up teaching a real estate class.
Come
You
on.
know what I'm saying? Now, let me say this. I don't have no practical knowledge of real estate. That just means I ain't never practiced it. But I done studied it enough to where I feel like I'm finna, when the time is right, I'm gonna win from that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I taught the real estate class until I went home, up until COVID, basically. You know what I'm saying? They lock us down for COVID, but whatever. I've already explained what lockdown is like. But yeah, so now I'm teaching real estate, and I can't even believe it. Like, the same knucklehead ghost is looked at in a way that, you know what I'm saying, that's not just the common fool. Let's just call it that. You know what I'm saying? It's damn, this nigga teach real estate. Like, hey, they asking me questions. Some of the questions I ain't got no answer to. I don't really know.
So you went from the one that wasn't great at school to the teacher at school.
So to speak, yep.
And in all honesty, it's always been there. It's just never been applied. But with that appliance in your life, you need somebody, which you need a man in your life to, give you some structure.
That's crazy, but it's real.
Do we remember where we was?
Yep, talking about the teaching real estate. So yeah, my boy leave, and he gave me enough knowledge to where I felt confident enough to teach real estate. Now, of course, in any other field or any other walk of life, you had the haters. Who that nigga goes?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about that shit. You know
Just
what I mean?
like he was on Cuz in the beginning.
Ain't no question.
You a gang man.
That's how they're looking at you.
That's how they're looking at me like, man, this nigga. You know?
Yeah. Exactly, no, this
So,
nigga.
I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'm doing my thing, right? So they shut that down. So, but I'm gonna say this, right? The whole time I was at Lollipop, I didn't get not one write-up. I wasn't getting in trouble. I was chilling, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, that shit, I understood how stupid. I understood how to really do time. Because it was niggas like, oh yeah, I ain't had a shot in 20 years.
He got away from his own boy.
I got away from my partner. You know what I mean? And
Not only that, you, like you said,
Yeah, you found
you had a vision.
now I had
That's what prison tries to keep from you. You know what I'm saying? It's designed to keep you in there. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
you had a vision. Now you can see, I'm getting out.
I'm getting out.
You know what I'm
Get
saying?
out and I have a plan.
Exactly. And you know what? I had a plan. I had a clear vision. And then I had a whole bunch of young dudes who they had just come to jail. So I had a soft spot for them dudes. Like, man, I can't give them what was given to me, although certain knowledge and game I got built a foundation. But I'm like, I'm promoting, hey, man, go get your GED. What the fuck you gonna do? You gonna sit here for 10 years, 12 years, and nah, nigga, that shit whack. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna be hard and shit, then you're gonna have the opportunity to prove how hard you are, but you ain't gotta go find that shit. Go to school, my nigga. And I got a book for you. You know what I'm saying? I turned into that dude in prison. You know what I'm saying? And the homies respected it because they knew, like, yeah, that nigga, he's willing to be a fool if he has to be. You know what I'm saying? But so
He's ready to go.
yeah, it is what it is. So I turned into the dude who, I'm gonna give you a book before I give you a knife. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm here, man. Read this book, my niggas. I'm telling you, it's the shit. Go find a knife somewhere else. Because as quiet as it kept, my last 7 years, I didn't have one. Nigga, I don't need no knife. Nigga, I'm ghost. That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? I'm sharp enough and mature enough to know how to do time where I'm not gonna need one. And if the time came that I needed one, I knew where to get it. But I'm something else. I got a clear vision of what I want for myself. You know what I'm saying?
You Hall of Fame status in the game.
I'm going to school. I'm finna read this book. I'm finna read these books. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna learn all I can. You know what I'm saying? I tried to go to college, but they told me I wasn't a California resident. So they didn't let me in. College was free, so they didn't let me in. Whatever. You're not from California. Where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Tell me, because it's news to me. But anyway, they didn't let me get in college. And I didn't have the money to pay to go to college, so I didn't go. But I just read all the books I could. You know what I mean? I read anything that I stayed away from fiction for the most part, unless it was certain books. But I read probably hundreds of self-help books. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not putting no extras on. So I read all these books. My whole bid, the last 6 or 7 years, consisted of reading, working out, and trying to guide the people that was younger than me. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that would let me guide. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what I was on. You know what I'm saying? My last 6, 7 years. And it was homies there that respected it. Like, damn, I know this nigga, or I heard of this nigga, but that ain't the same nigga I met. You know what I'm saying? He on something else. You know what I'm saying? I respect that because, you always got the homies, the older homies, that's gonna teach you to jump off a bridge. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna promote stupidity. You know what I'm saying? And not that I want to say I was an older homie, but I had been down 10, 12, 14, 15 years up until this time. 16, 17, you know what I'm saying? I had been down for years, more than most people there. You know what I'm saying? To where now a young dude will listen to me. Like, man, the homie been big. He been doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you how to stay the fuck out the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you some prison game because you got to know how to survive in here. But I'm going to give you some game that I feel like is going to change the trajectory of your life when you get out of here. You know what I'm saying? And that was my mission when I was in prison. And honestly, today, now that I'm home, it's still my mission. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna give my young homies a recipe for disaster. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what it can lead to. You know what I'm saying? Fuck me. I can do the time. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna say all that shit. But you got a family that love you. If you don't care about it for yourself, think about your mama. You know what I'm saying? My mama went through. My mama and my sister, my brother, and my nieces. You know what I'm saying? And they did the time with me. Grandma and family in general, the people that love me, they was doing time with me. You know what I'm saying? I was a bill. I became a bill. But I became a bill. Let's say that. I got to pay the light bill, my gas bill, and I'm going to send CJ some money for compensation. That ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? That ain't cool because they barely make it. They making it, but they ain't nobody, I don't know nobody rich. You know what I'm saying? My peoples ain't rich, so the game I'm going to give a young homie today is, you know what I'm saying? I understand you, whatever you're doing, you're living your life. You know what I'm saying? I understand. But if you can find a way to figure out another way to get you some money, besides throwing a rock at the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna promote going to trucking school. Since I've been home, I done went to trucking school. I got my trucking license. I'm in the process of finding a job right now. You know what I mean? I ain't found one yet, but I told somebody today, I said, I'm right at the door of being on my feet completely. You know what I'm saying? I ain't all the way, you know what I mean? I ain't finna front, oh yes, no, it ain't easy. This shit hard, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's a way I can get me some money fast.
But you don't want to determine.
I made a vow to myself. Fuck everybody else. I made a vow to myself. I'm cool because I'm like I said, I guess I'm a little arrogant. I'm ghost. You know what I'm saying? That shit too easy. I'm gonna try something else to make my way out here.
You've been there.
I've been there.
You've also been there too.
You know what I'm saying? I've been there and
you seen where it led.
I seen where it led.
That jersey's hung up now.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that, you said that jersey's hung up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be the dude that promote disaster. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be the dude that chase disaster. Nah, I'm gonna give you some game. I want to be an example. I want somebody to look at me, hear my story. I did 18 years. I want somebody to look at my story like, damn, if he did it, I can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to him then, Ghost.
Yeah,
Talk to him.
Talk to him. That's where I'm at mentally right now today. You know what I mean? I'm sure, like, Man and Paul, they've been knowing me for years. You know what I'm saying? They've been knowing me since before puberty. You know what I'm saying? And that says a lot. So
He's still going through it.
so my point is, I'm sure they ain't said it, but I guarantee they can see the difference. And like, man, I know it. I know they can see it. And not that I have nothing to prove to my peers. I have something to prove to me, but just to being honored to come sit on y'all's platform, I know it's a change. If I had got out of prison on the same stupidity, I'm sure y'all love me still, but it's gonna be a different kind of love. It ain't gonna be this opportunity right here, and I know that. So my goal is, like I say, I ain't completely where I want to be, but I'm gonna keep striving because this right here, I used to watch other podcasts when I was in there, but this right here, I said to myself, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna be on somebody's podcast. It was a joke in prison, but look, you know what I'm saying? I manifested this, you know what I'm saying? And the message I want to give to anybody, if you dare to think or dream big enough, you can manifest that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can make that shit happen. Anybody, you ain't got to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about anybody that's living. You know what I'm saying? If you can just dream big enough, think bigger than your situation, you can take the right steps and you can get there, man. You know what I mean? You can get there. Like I said, I manifested everything I said I wanted. I made a list of things I wanted to do within the first year of my release. And I kept it realistic. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say no fly ass bullshit. I kept it realistic. And I promise you, I've done everything on my list and surpassed it within that year. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a focus. I have a focus. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused on what I'm doing and I'm gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it happen. I have no doubts about who I am. I have no doubts about what my life is gonna be. You know what I mean? Because I still have that same vision. I can see where I'm going. You know what I mean? I'm not like that electrical line that fell off the light pole. And, I ain't that. All my energy, I'm the same dude with the same amount of energy, but now my energy has focus. You know what I'm saying? It's going somewhere. And when the time comes,
it's the vision. It's the vision.
It's
the vision. And when you actually see it, you know what I'm saying? When you actually see it,
exactly.
Especially like, man, you say you have a list, and I love that you brought that up. I also read, you know what I'm saying? And, we were just talking about books earlier, and I read, writing it down and seeing it and looking at it every day actually has an effect
Absolutely.
on your daily, because
Absolutely.
you see it and you're just like, you wrote this, you see it. This is your vision. You gotta do something towards it today. You just seen it.
It's like this, right? I could lie to you. I could lie to you. I could lie to Paul. I can't lie to me though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't lie. I can't say, hey, I'm look in the mirror and say to myself, I'm a dark-skinned nigga with dreads from Jamaica. I can't lie because it's clear what I am. I cannot lie to myself.
Papi.
You feel me? I can't. Oh yeah, Chico. I can't be that because I'm so. Y'all crazy. But my point is, no matter what, I can't lie to myself. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't want to look at myself like, man, nigga, you faking. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how I feel about the next nigga when I know he faking. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, nigga, you faking. I know how. So I don't want to feel like that about me.
Yeah.
I can feel like that about anybody else in the world and be all right with it. I don't want to feel like that about me. So I look at my vision, my list, whatever, and I do the work to manifest that shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said a second ago, I'm right at, I ain't where I want to be, but I'm right at the door of being where I need to be so I can be where I want to be.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
Right
saying?
there.
I'm right there.
And a lot of people that have done the amount of time you've done and been through the shit you've done, most of them can't say they got out and did that in a year.
And that's unfortunate.
Because prison breaks you.
Yeah.
But I'm proud to say that it didn't break my homie, man. And I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. And
let me say this, right? let's shout out my mom because she the one who gave me that. We used to pray when I was young, and she would pray to God and say, "Make my children the head and not the tail, above and not beneath."
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So with that prayer, I feel like that structured who I am. Like, I'm not gonna be no follower. You know what I'm saying? No matter, and if I do follow somebody, it's gonna be worthy. That whatever that is, it's gonna be worthy of that. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was some foolishness and I'm following somebody, I felt like it's worthy. At least I could get some money. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
she said, she prayed to God, make my children the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. So I'm not gonna never be the dude who I'm just somebody in the room.
Yeah.
Nah, and I'm not trying to poke my chest out of none of that, but like I said, I'm sharp enough to have the heart to say, I'm taking this path right here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of influences, it's a lot of people, even if they don't voice it, they not rooting for me in the positive. You know what I'm saying? They hoping I was the same CJ or Ghost or whoever you know me as. They hoping I'm the same dude from 18 plus years ago. But I'm the head and not the tail.
Come on.
Above and not beneath. You know what I'm saying?
on.
So I'm not gonna allow that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna continue on my path. And if I do follow something, it ain't gonna be no foolishness. And if you follow me, I'm not gonna lead nobody to the wolves. That shit, I survived that shit in there by the skin of my teeth for real. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all it ain't about me. All it takes is for this dude to get into it with this dude that involves 100 dudes.
Everybody.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? So that was, call it a blessing, call it, I don't believe in luck. You know what I'm saying? You call it whatever you want to call it though. But I survived that shit. And I'd be damned if
You survived for nothing.
If I survived for nothing.
Come
I
on,
survived
man.
all of that shit to fumble the ball.
Yeah.
It's the it's the, I tell people all the time, it's the bottom of the ninth, man. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It's the bottom of the ninth. And it's time to score. You know what I mean? Luckily, I don't have no children yet, because had I had children 18 years ago, now I repeat the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
I done left a child on these streets, you know what I'm saying, to be whoever the fuck he had to be, to, you know what I'm saying? Nah, that ain't it. That ain't that, and that. I feel like it's a blessing at this stage of my life that I don't have children. But the plan is to have some, a few, you know what I'm saying? But that's, like I said, that's a blessing that everything I've been through up to this point, I got no regrets. I don't feel bad about it. I embrace who I am because I embrace who I was because it made me who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Today.
Who I am today. My mom could look at me and really be like, she tells me, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, son, I'm proud of you. Because she, while I'm getting in trouble and going to these hoes, who you think I'm calling? You know what I'm saying? I'm called, don't get me wrong, I call the homies every now and then, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, you know what I mean? But I'm calling my mama. And when you go in there, you're gonna see who has your back in that capacity. You know what I'm saying? And people get out of prison and be bitter with their friends and shit. Let me say this, right? People get out and be bitter and whatever. But me personally, I ain't bitter. I can't afford to be bitter, because if I focus on being bitter, that means I ain't focusing on my vision.
Come on,
You know what I'm
now.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't focusing.
Come on, now.
The reality of it is, we all of us we still trying to figure out life. I'm 39 years old. You know what I'm saying? We still taking steps to figure out life. I'm sure you done accumulate, y'all, I'm gonna use y'all as an example. Y'all done accumulated some successes, and I'm proud of y'all for that. But guarantee y'all still figuring this shit out. This shit called life. And that's just what it is. So for me to be angry with anybody, that's immature. You know what I'm saying? That's a lack of understanding. Another thing my mama told me while I was in, she knew what a nigga was trying to do. She knew I was in there trying to get some money and all the shit. She told me, my mom's sharp, man. Shout out to her again.
Mm-hmm.
But she said, in all you're getting, make sure you get understanding. And at the time, I don't understand. I hear her, you know what I'm saying? I'm, okay, I hear you.
I'm gonna tell you who had the real isms.
Yeah. You feel me?
I'm gonna tell you who had the real isms, man.
She said, son, in all you're getting, get some understanding. And that's another thing I feel like.
Nah, I like the head, not the tail, man.
Yeah, you feel me? And I feel like I got some understanding. I understand. I don't understand everything because that's a lifelong process. You're going to die not understanding everything, but I understand enough to know that I don't understand everything. And what else can we ask for? You know what I'm saying? And shit.
I mean, no lie, man. This opportunity sitting here with you, man, and you giving us your story, and it's very enlightening. I want to say again because you're also my childhood homie. Like, I'm happy to see it. I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. I'm happy to see it, and I know like
Appreciate y'all.
you know, especially you giving shout out to your moms and your family, man. You know, I grew up around y'all, and I know them too. Shout out to your family.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And I kind of want to end it there, bro. Like I really appreciate you
y'all.
giving
real
us
shit,
your
bro.
time. You know what I'm saying?
Letting us be the first to
Yeah,
put out
man.
your story.
Ain't no question. I swear to God, I appreciate y'all. And it wouldn't have felt right going nowhere else. I'm going to say that. You know what I mean? Yep, appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Well, that is that Shhh talk. Man Loco, Ghost. Thank you.
Some good stuff, man.